Chapter 31. Kehlani's POV. The ride back was tense and silent, Angelina barely uttering a word. The boys were fast asleep while Kehlani just kept awkwardly sparing glances at Angelina, who hasn't stopped crying quietly. After Blue said what he said, Draco only added to the fire. "Blue, relax," Kehlani mutters. "You know, Angelina, I thought that we could have came off as friends. Years of knowing each other, I thought you'd understand. Why is it that you never showed me your true colors? You always seemed kind and patient and understanding, yet here you are, showing me just how dense and self-centered you really are. I don't want to surround myself with people like you. I did it too long in the past. So what we are going to do? We are going to stop being friends, cause as long as Kehlani is my girlfriend, we'll never work out as anything." The table was pin drop silent by the time I awkwardly clear my throat and decide that we should leave. Now, 5 minutes away from my house, my stomach was twisted. Kehlani looked nervous also, as she played with her fingers. When we came in front of the modern normal-looking house, I took a deep breath and stepped out. The drivers that Draco ordered to drive back the boys' cars all parked behind me. Draco steps out, a small encouraging smile on his face. "I live down that lane," he points as if I don't already know. "You're welcome at any time. Don't even hesitate. And remember, you're strong, you're beautiful, and the only blame you have to take is the one shown when you actually do something wrong. Keep on standing up for yourself, beautiful. I'll be right here behind you. Well, in this case, I'll be in my house waiting for you." We laugh at that and he pulls me into his chest, laying a soft kiss on top of my head. We leave the show for later as Blue pulls out our bags and says his goodbyes to Kehlani. "Ready?" she questions and I sigh loudly. It's now or never. A tilde, A tilde, A tilde. He wasn't home when we entered, so I took that piece to unpack and get my laundry done. The slamming on the door and the loud yelling announces his arrival. He probably knows we are here cause the door was open. "Come down here this instant, you brats," he screams and I sigh, dropping the basket to wall down the stairs. Kehlani was already on the last step. "Where have you two been?" he growls out, his work shirt all shuffled up. "We went on a trip with our friends," Kehlani answers and he chuckles slowly. "And who did you ask permission to go on this trip?" "We didn't ask for permission," I state nonchalantly. "Ah, Miss Troublemaker, you're always the first to defend yourself, aren't you?" "I didn't defend myself. I answered your question," I reply smartly and his jaw ticks. "You're in my house." "Yes, I am. Don't interrupt me," he screams, suddenly inches away from my face. "I suggest you step back." I stand my ground, even as my heart was going 1,000 miles per hour. "I am your father. You lost your right to call yourself that a long time ago." I swallow and he just continues huffing at me. "You have no respect for me." He brings his hand down to strike me, but I move away at the right moment, nonplussed as I stared at him. "You disgust me. Everything about you disgusts me. Why can't you just disappear? Why can't you be more like your sister, huh? Look at her." "I don't want to be like her," I defend. "I don't want to be silent and let people walk and stomp all over me." "I'm sorry, Kehlani, but it's the truth. I don't want to believe everything that comes out of a ridiculous fool's mouth and not have a mind of my own. I'm sorry that we left without your person, but do I regret it? Nah, I would do it every weekend if I could." I turn to leave when he speaks up. "You think it's painful when one parent leaves? Imagine being completely disowned with no one to lean on. Is that supposed to be a threat?" I snort. "Not at all. It's a promise. It's really sad that you think I'd end up like you, for I actually have people to lean on, and didn't center myself around one person. I was smart." And Chapter 32. Kehlani's POV. The next morning I was out the door before the principal could even think of the money she was going to be receiving this month. I decided that the tension in the house was too suffocating, which is why, At 5:15 a.m., I was walking towards Draco's house. Morning Mrs. Marcel. Kehlani. How are you? She steps aside to let me in and I smile. I'm alright. Why are you always up so early? My husband snores a lot, she whispers. No I don't. I jump, moving away as Mr. Marcel grins down at his wife. They join in a kiss right in front of me and I awkwardly look away. Even with the amount of cuteness they were displaying, I'll just go find. Yay. I walk towards his room, to find him sleeping as expected. One leg was covered and the other hanging over the bed. His hair was messy, his bare back and a little of his black basketball shorts mocking me. His room wasn't entirely neat, but it wasn't messy either. It was balanced. I was already dressed in a light-colored jeans and a black t-shirt with my white Converse. My hair was left down as usual, a red bandana covering the front. I sit down on the empty part of his bed, yawning as the cool air and lack of sun lowered me. Soon, I too was knocked out, tired of looking at nothing and listening to breathing. A tilde, A tilde, A tilde. He always answers my prayers. I hear light chuckling, and a finger lightly brushes my face. What time is it? I groan. At just a little after 6. I stretch, popping my eyes open to meet a smiling Draco. He was wet, only a pair of skinny jeans, no belt on his milky skin. Good morning. I whisper as he continues to loom over me. Good morning, beautiful. I take it everything went well. Just the usual with the threat of being permanently removed from his house. Wow. Sound serious. He pecks my cheek before sitting up, to pull on his shirt. I'm not gonna bother too much with it. I sit up also, watching as he moves around the room. You shouldn't bother with it at all. I always have, you remember. He winks at me and I sigh contently. A tilde, A tilde, A tilde. So where's Angelina? I question as he drinks from his Starbucks cup. She lives a few houses down from mine. Only for 2 weeks though. Don't ask me why. He rolls his eyes and I shake my head as we pull up to the school. I'll see you later, baby. I blow him a kiss and he catches it. I'll pick you up. I leave his vehicle, ignoring the looks of the nosy high schoolers. Kehlani. Hey Jacob. I offer him a small smile to which he returns widely. So. I got my revenge on you. You did? How? I ask intrigued and he nods his head in the direction. I follow him, my curiosity heightening by the minute. He leads me into the back and my eyes go skyrocketing at what I see. Jacob. What did you do? Cliffhanger. Oh no, Jacob. What did you do? Guys, thanks for the patience. I'm trying really hard to get Peach Kisses published. Trust and believe ya girl is going to become published ways than poisoning. So therefore, that in just shows months, how limited your brain capacity will be taken down. I'm also going to begin writing on hiding it because I've been getting a lot of offers from them and I think it'll be great for expanding standing up writing and throwing the readers on ink all over my dress. And Terry's also let out a shrill noise. My eyes widening as it starts writing my dress. So get those apps downloaded, not just us. Also, there's this review that was done for Peach Kisses on YouTube. It's by Lizzie K. Go check it out. Love you guys.